The New South Wales Opposition is accusing the Premier of being the Prime Minister's lapdog after it was revealed the state stands to lose hundreds of millions in GST dollars. The Treasurer has called the latest GST carve-up absurd, revealing a budget surplus is now unlikely. New South Wales political reporter Julia Bradley has the latest.
Despite hosting a third of the nation's population and taking on the greatest share of migrants, New South Wales is set to receive less GST this financial year than it did last year.
The people of New South Wales should not be missing out on the resources they need to access world-class public services. Yesterday's decision by the Commonwealth Grants Commission shows just how out of touch they are.
The Commonwealth Grants Commission has recommended New South Wales receive $310 million less in GST compared with 2023-24, the largest single-year reduction for the state since the tax system was introduced in 2000. Queensland will receive $469 million less. A report notes the increased capacity for both states to raise revenue. Western Australia's share will rise by $838 million, while the GST revenue in Victoria will soar by $3.7 billion. The Commission noting the state's reduced capacity to raise mining revenue and increased urban population and density.
Is this accidental or is it deliberate? Because I think the taxpayers of New South Wales need to understand why we're currently in a situation where so much money is being withdrawn from Australia's largest state and instead sent down to Victoria. It's never happened before in Australia's history.
A deal struck by the Turnbull government guaranteed no state would get less than 70 cents from every dollar it collected in GST, bolstering WA's share.
A lot of what the Premier and the Treasurer of New South Wales are saying is completely correct. New South Wales is being ripped off by what we do, and federally we're being ripped off by what we do.
The Treasurer says the decision will put the state's AAA credit rating at risk, and it'll be virtually impossible for the budget to return to surplus next year.
I will be going to the Council of Federal Financial Relations this Friday to express New South Wales's view that this entire process is absurd, that an absurd system like this cannot last, and it's in the interest of the entire Federation that we have reform.
The opposition argues the government should pick up the phone to its Canberra colleagues.
Well, Chris Minns seems to be Albo's lapdog. He hasn't stood up to Anthony Albanese on massive infrastructure cuts, hasn't stood up to him on immigration, and now has failed until the 5 minutes to midnight when it's too late to stand up on the GST.
To ensure New South Wales gets a fair deal. Julia Bradley, Sky News, Sydney.